Christina, everything looks good for the company. Just as a side note, with the crosswear, the way that you have wear spelled, that's usually a little bit more like wear as in software. If it was clothing, it's usually WEAR. So not sure if you want to change that. It's too late to change anything else, but if you want to change the name of the company to make it more applicable to clothing, then you might want to change it to WEAR, but I'll leave that up to you. As far as the research and everything, I wasn't quite sure what these were down here. I'm guessing that this was because you said you were going to research New Age looks. So I don't know if these are. I don't know. I didn't know what these were actually down here. Um, and then for your concepts, some of them aren't bad. They're all pretty much an image of the cross, so I'd like to see you explore a little bit different areas, even though the name of your company has cross in it. I'd like to see you play around with different ideas outside just using the cross, because obviously it's done a lot, so it's hard to make the cross itself distinct since the cross has been used in so many different things. The first one actually kind of reminds me of almost having interwoven fabric a little bit, which I think would go with your company really well since it's clothing. Then maybe you could do something cool with, don't make it too detailed, but maybe having different fibers or different threads or whatever overlapping to make the cross. So that's what that kind of reminded me of. With the second one, I think it's an interesting idea, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a comedic element, which I don't know if that's what you were going for with your company. It's almost a little bit cheesy. So I don't think that's quite what you were going for with the company that you created. Um, with this one, I'm assuming that you wanted to do more of like the standard Christian cross as opposed to the iron cross that you have here. Or I'm sorry, the secular cross. Um, and again, just having that on its own isn't really distinct. So I think what I want to see is try and play around with a little bit of a different approach. You can still use the cross idea, but it's really hard to make the cross distinct since it's been done so much. So try playing around with maybe, like I said here, like having kind of like the fabrics kind of overlapping, which would go with the whole clothing idea, but it's not literally showing like, a t-shirt or whatever. Or just play with some different ideas of creating the image of a cross, but having something a little bit more to it. Right?